Welcome in. You are listening to Just an Average Podcast with your hosts, Jake and Casey. Casey, I want to start off this podcast with a question. When do you feel like summer is at its end? So, like, for you, when is summer over? I think we're going to have different answers for this. It's a tough one.
I feel like summer for me ends when the weather starts to change.
Really?
Or now it's like when Leo goes back to school.
Okay. For me, it is when school starts back up. So, like, obviously, being a teacher, I have my whole summer off. As soon as school starts back up, even though it starts like early August and it's still hot out and it's still, sun's still up till 7, 8 o'clock at night. As soon as school starts, I feel like, yep, summer's over for me. Summer's over. So, I'm not ready. I don't know if I'm ready to go back yet, though. I don't know if I'm ready for quote unquote summer to end. Yeah. So that's going to actually be our topic for today is summer end. So obviously, summer's coming to an end. What are some things we're going to miss, but what are some things we're going to look forward to? And then we have a nice little blind ranking draft at the end. So let's go ahead and reflect kind of on the best parts of summer a little bit. So any highlights at all that you enjoyed this summer? Any things you did that you had a good time doing?
We went to Chicago for a couple days. Wasn't too bad. Golfed, did a couple things. We went to a nice water park. I'd say that was probably the biggest thing that I did this summer.
Yeah.
Had my best round of golf this summer. Shot 74.
I did a little bit of golfing as well. Not a lot of golfing, but a little bit.
But I would say like I shot some of my best rounds this summer. So if that's a plus, the weather kind of sucked. It's been hot.
It was really nice there for a while.
And wet.
Yeah. It was nice there for a while, but then it definitely, especially last week, was extremely hot. But
yeah, I would say that that's probably the most things I've done. Probably golfed more than anything.
Yeah. I mean, I really didn't do a whole lot either. Obviously, with being a football coach, our main time to do things is in the summer. So, had practice 4 days a week. So I did that. I would say the one fun thing I did, we did go to Wisconsin. And even though I had that killer toothache when we went there, still got to golf at a par 3 course, which was awesome because I've never done a par 3 course before. So that was a lot of fun. Took Liam with me. Had a blast doing that. And then obviously, me being a teacher and having summers off, it's like just sleeping. I mean, quote unquote, sleeping in until 6:30, I guess, because I have kids. So they're basically my alarm, but just kind of like, laying around, not really having to think about too much, obviously, other than football. But now that school starts next week, so next Friday, I mean, I start Wednesday and then I have kids Friday. So why we're starting on a Friday, I have no idea. But, yeah, it seems like the older I get, the faster summer goes, which is kind of crazy. But
yeah, I mean, well, especially when your kids get older.
Oh yeah,
summers are really going to start flying by.
Yep, you are not kidding. But is there anything that you're going to miss though? Obviously, everybody misses different things when summer comes to an end. I know there's probably a few things that you're going to miss as summer comes to an end. I mean, you can't golf as much.
I can't golf as much. Can't really. The one thing that sucks about being a member at Wematech is that when, like, this coming Monday or so tomorrow, they start practices. So by the time I get off work, I can't really go and enjoy a round of golf until like later in the evening if I wanted to go, I guess. Yeah. But that's the only downfall with that. The weather, I'd say I miss the weather, but I like fall weather. I think summer's just so hot.
I do too, but like there's a fine line because I feel like fall is a very fine line. It's like walking a tightrope because if it goes below 50, I'm like, it just really depends. Like you can get that 50-degree, 60-degree weather and it's really nice, but as soon as it starts falling off there, you're like, winter's right around the corner. Starts getting, darker earlier, and I hate that. I
hate when it gets darker earlier.
Go to school and it's dark. And then when I get out of school, it's almost dark because I stay there and I work out afterwards. And I'm getting home like 4:30, 5 o'clock, and it's just like I don't see the sunlight throughout the day. I mean, I guess that's what I
Right.
get for having an inside job. But yeah, I'm just gonna miss. I mean, miss the lazy days. I'm gonna miss the hanging out with friends, going golfing whenever. Like I said, for me personally, like every single day every single day is a weekend for me because even though I have practice in the mornings on
Yeah, it's
weekdays,
easier to make plans.
yeah, it's a lot easier. Like now I realize, granted, I have kids, so it's harder to do some things, but still, I don't feel like, I'm not working a 9 to 5 job, I'm waking up, going and doing that, working out a little bit, coming home, and then just kind of enjoying the rest of the day with the kids and stuff like that. But, yeah. And like, taking the kids on walks, like that's going to kind of come to an end because when I get home now, it's going to be like 7 o'clock and they're going to be getting ready for bed. So, man, it's not that I dread, because I'm looking forward to going back to school, but I think that I kind of, I don't know what the word is. I kind of dread not being able to spend as much time at home, just because I like being,
Yeah, for sure.
more family oriented for sure. But I will say this, and call me crazy, when I go back to school, I'm in such a good routine. Like I get in such a good routine, like waking up the same time every single day. I know like I meal prep. I mean, I still meal prep, but now it's kind of like, I could eat this or this. I like eat the same thing for lunch every single day. Usually the same thing for breakfast. So, I'm looking forward to kind of getting back in that routine, I think.
Yeah, it's easy when you like. I'm like just thinking back to when like you had something like when I had summers off, like in school and stuff. It's like so easy to get out of a routine and
Yeah.
not waking up at a certain time and not doing the same things every day. It's
Staying
just
up late.
just kind of being lazy and just doing whatever. It's so easy to get out of a routine.
Yeah. Well, that's what's funny too, because when we practice Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. We had Wednesdays off. So Tuesday night was really like my Saturday night, and Sunday or Friday night and Saturday night, because I'd stay up till like, midnight, 1 o'clock. So I'm like, I'm not working out on a Wednesday. I only work out 4 days a week. So I'd stay up till like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning watching stuff, and then get up at 6:30, 7 o'clock. And, you know what? I didn't get that many hours of sleep, but it's the summer, so I don't really care. So I think my sleep schedule, my body will probably thank me for getting back in a routine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, and the crazy thing is that you're getting more sleep during the school year than you are in the summer.
Yeah, I am. I mean, I don't go to bed, and that's what thing too. Like, I see my wife a lot during the summer, but when school starts, like obviously, I wake up, I see her for about 30 minutes before I go to work. And then when I get home, she doesn't get home till like 10 o'clock in the evening. So it's just like I see her for 30 minutes, an hour in the evening, depending on how late I stay up. So yeah, that's kind of tough though too. Obviously not getting to see her as much, but
Yeah, for sure.
any this might sound a little weird. Any like songs or smells or moments, that maybe define summer that you're going to miss a little bit? I got one right on the top of my head, and it's just a very cliche answer, but
the smell that I really like, it's weird. The smell that I really like is sunscreen.
Nope, no thank you. I hate the smell of sunscreen. I hate putting sunscreen on.
Now, I'm not talking like the sunscreen that you spray. I'm talking like the lotion sunscreen.
Nope, don't like that either. I don't like sunblock at all, and I got a bald head, so I have to put it on, or I just wear a hat. But it's very cliche answer. Fresh cut grass. I don't know a lot why, but I do actually love the smell of fresh cut grass. I don't know. That's just me. But I don't know, the smell of like grilling out in the summer. Like, I mean, I realize, fall, you can still kind of grill out a little bit. Speaking of that, I got chicken on the smoker right now. I'm smoking some chicken for this week. So, yeah, just things like that. I think I'm going to miss a little bit. Music. I feel like music kind of hits different in the summer. I don't listen to a lot of country, but I find myself listening to more country style songs in the summer. When it comes to like winter, I'm like, nah, I don't want to listen to any of this stuff. But
what do you listen to in the winter?
Honestly, I listen to a lot of harder rock. I just like because I work out a lot harder in the winter. I would say, because I'm trying to like gain weight and stuff, so I work out a little bit harder and stay in shape. So I need that extra boost in my ears when I'm working out. But I don't listen to a lot of music. I'm usually listening to a lot of podcasts, and then especially like Broncos podcast. But Yeah, there's a lot of things I'm going to miss about summer, but there's also a lot of things that I'm going to look forward to as well.
See, the crazy thing is I don't do. I feel like in the summer I don't really do a whole lot other than golf. I mean, I don't swim much. I'm not much of a
See,
swimmer.
see, Josh has got a pool. My
Uh,
mother-in-law's got a pool, so we
Not
swim.
much. We don't really. I mean, we don't. We haven't been on a vacation really. So
Yeah, and it's tough with kids. Like we have two kids, and obviously, like my biggest thing is like this summer I've been trying to get so many outside projects done. So it's like, and then with football, obviously we really don't have time to go. Like this is our dead week, and after working and doing all, like I feel like I'm a lot more busy during the summer. But like when our dead week comes for football, where we can't have contact with the athletes, I'm like, let me just stay home and not do anything because I've been driving back and forth to Bushnell, the past 8 weeks. So
right. So
um,
is your guys' first like actual practice tomorrow?
first actual practice for everybody. So good luck to all the coaches out there that might be listening to this. First actual practice starts tomorrow. We can only start in helmets. Got to have so many days in helmets, so many days in helmets and shoulder pads before you can go to full pads. So
Really? And
gonna
what?
be
It's only what, a 2 week
got like
period too, right?
yeah, correct. Yep, you have to have like 12 practices I think total to be able to
Play the
play.
first week.
Yep. So
So how many days of practice? How many practices do you have to have with just helmets?
uh, put me on the spot here. I think two or three. I do believe I have
So
it
your first
screenshotted.
week's not even really contact.
No, we won't have any kind of contact until the next week. So like not this week, but next week. So
So
actually,
you only have one really full week of contact before your game.
we don't have a game until the 29th. So we'll have this 16th, 23rd. Yeah, about 2.5 weeks. So we'll have about a week and a half of like contact stuff. But once we get in the swing of things, it's like you get in a routine with football
Yeah.
too. It's the same stuff every single week. Like we're watching film, we're prepping for. I mean, you know how it is with basketball. You're prepping for the game. Now basketball, I realize have more games throughout the week, but it's like it
Two.
literally starts on Saturday. Like we have a
I
game
mean,
on Friday
if you have a JV and a varsity team, I mean, it's well, I guess technically we have like 4 games because JV and varsity, but
for us.
typically,
Or
typically we only have like 2 games
see,
a
we
week.
might not have a JV team this year because our JVs are varsity. Like my starting running backs are freshmen and sophomores, and
Wow.
I don't have anything behind them. So I'm like, do I really want to have them get beat up on a Friday and then turn around and play on you know, on a Monday? It's like it's tough, but that also puts other kids in a bad situation as well. The kids that might not be starters on varsity, it's like you got to get them reps too. But we don't have the luxury of having 30 kids on the team to do that. So
Yeah.
we'll
And
we'll,
I
we'll
mean, I
see.
guarantee you there's a lot of teams that are in the same boat as you.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's a lot of surrounding schools.
Even there's even the 11 man.
Yeah, it's crazy. And those 11-man teams that are struggling should just go to 8-man. So if there's any local Illinois schools that are struggling with
There's a lot of
11-man,
them.
hey, come on over to 8-man because right now our first trip is 2 hours and 45 minutes away. So if we can get some closer games, that'd be great. But let's go ahead and hop into the second segment. So a quick transition over now. We talked about things we're going to miss. What are we going to look forward to though? And I feel like that's a good transition coming over from coaching because I am looking forward to coaching this year. We got a young team, but we got a team that I think they want to learn, they want to win. So it's kind of a really exciting position and situation to be in because these guys can all grow together for sure.
Yeah. Typically I look forward to fall golf. I
Yeah,
like golfing when it's cooler out. Football starts, football, like
yeah,
NFL football starts.
yep.
So
Oh
watching
yeah,
that on Sundays and stuff. Getting closer to basketball season. I know basketball's a winter sport, but you get closer in the swing of things like towards like October, November
yeah,
before it really gets winter.
yeah.
But look forward to that. Making money. I'm gonna be busy this fall, working.
It's
So
always nice.
I'm gonna be real busy, probably 7 days a week, 6, 7 days a week. So
Yeah. Are you one of those people that kind of looks forward to the grind? I mean, obviously your schedule isn't changing as much. Me, especially when it's football season and like sports season and like with school, I think I said, I kind of look forward to that grind a little bit because it does force me to be in a routine and it forced me to be like, you know, more accountable. as the year goes on. So, I can't procrastinate like I've done all summer. I've got weight sheets and stuff I've still got to do. And it's just like, I've got a few more days. I can put that off for a few more days. But are you one of those people? Do you kind of like, welcome it, or is it one of like,
I
oh my
mean, I really
gosh?
don't have much of a routine.
Yeah.
To be honest, I just kind of wake up and do whatever and just go with the flow. But
Yeah.
no, I like being busy. I don't like sitting around doing a whole lot. I mean, I do
Yeah.
like sitting around and doing nothing, but the routine kind of is nice and
Well, that's and that's
being busy.
honestly what I feel like, for me as a teacher, what summer's like literally for. Like we work so hard throughout the school year, and it's just like, man, I get a little bit of a break, from all the teaching and all the planning and everything like that. But 3-4 weeks into summer, I'm like, all right, I kind of miss, the grind of like prepping for a game and stuff like that, and seeing the students every single day for strength and fitness class. So yeah, I'm excited to kind of get back in the swing of things for sure. But anything else you are looking forward to as the summer
Um,
kind of comes to an end?
when I get time, just sitting by a fire and
Yep, I was gonna
having a
say the
couple
same thing.
drinks,
Yep.
just chilling, listening to music,
I
just kind of
realize,
hanging out.
and I realize you're like, what, an hour away? No, you're not quite an hour. 45 minutes away from me.
Yeah,
Hey, feel free. I got the fire pit done out
I
back
see
here.
that.
It's gonna be coming. The actual fire. It's an electric fire table, I guess you'd say. Coming in, it should be here like Monday or Tuesday. Get that all set up. So feel free to come over and enjoy that, especially with the weather hopefully becoming
Yeah, you
nicer.
just
But
you just come home from work and I'm just sitting back there.
hey, that's all right. The gate is unlocked mainly because my thing broke and I need to fix it. But um, anybody that's local, never mind. I need to
No
fix the lock on it.
trespassing.
Yeah,
No
no
trespassing.
trespassing.
Unless you can just open up the door and
Yeah,
go through. Then
I need to
feel free.
fix it. There. Oh my goodness. I guess this is weird. I'm gonna look forward to it being cooler for me to continue to do outside work. So like, I think I've sent you. Obviously, I completely kind of transformed my backyard this summer. Put in a fire ring. I mean, it's actually a really big fire pit, and it's kind of
Hmm.
sunken in, which is really nice. Completely redid the side of my yard. Got a lot more grass area back there now. It was just like a lot of potted areas with a lot of which is fine. It was great, but I was never gonna spend the time, picking tomatoes and all that kind of stuff. It's just like I can't keep up with it with my schedule. So kind of turned it into something a little bit more functional for me.
Right.
So but yeah, that's a lot of work. I'm waiting for it to get cooler so it's a lot easier to do. But like I said, it's like a weird transition. It's like, man, I need to be cooler. But then when it's cooler, it's like now I'm in the full swing of football thing. So I really don't have
Yeah, I'm
time.
looking forward. Yeah, I'm looking forward to not mowing
Yeah.
as
Oh,
much.
yeah. No kidding. If I could just rock my whole entire backyard, I'd just rock my whole backyard.
That's Mason about that.
Yeah. Never had a mow out in
His whole
Arizona.
backyard was.
Yeah. Which isn't not the worst thing in the world. Or I just get artificial turf. Here we go. Hear me out. Artificial turf. Put a putting green back there. Made a little chipping area. I'll run it by Kimmy, see what she says.
It's only like a $20,000-$30,000 process, probably.
Yeah, when you think about it, it's just money.
Yeah, it's just a second mortgage. Just put
It's just
another
second
mortgage
mortgage
on
out
the
on the
house. You're
house.
good.
It'd be fine.
Another 30 years on there. We're good.
Yeah, that's no big deal. No, one thing you brought up though, and this gets me through probably the first 5 months of the school year. September, October, November, December, January. First 6 months of the school year. It's NFL football. Like NFL football is back. First week of preseason. First actual week of
You do
preseason.
fantasy leagues. I mean, I don't do any fantasy leagues, but you got fantasy football.
Fantasy
you got all
football.
That stuff.
Yep. Fantasy football is coming up, which next week, those of you listening right now, next week we actually plan on having a little bit of a football talk, doing some fantasy football, some this or that things as well. So little tease on this podcast for that one next week. But yeah, dude, football actually gets me. I mean, I have something to look forward to every single week anyway with high school football, but NFL football, that being on Sunday, is just so nice. And I talk about summer coming to an end, but I feel like I am more social when it's football season because every single weekend, I'm having people over, or I'm going somewhere,
Right.
watching games and stuff. So, Yeah, and then obviously, I'm not a big baseball guy, but you're a big baseball guy. Baseball's still is it coming? Is it coming to an end here
Yeah,
shortly? Or
yeah. So the World Series will be coming up.
yeah,
Um, World Series will be coming up in the beginning of the fall,
yep.
October.
So
October
it's
would be
Cubs going to win the whole thing.
playoff. I doubt it.
They're doing pretty good right now, though, right?
I mean, they're good, but I doubt it. They don't have the pitching.
Yeah,
So Cubs fans, sorry to tell you, but I mean, you're having a great year, but your pitching's not very good. And if we
Yeah.
shut you out too, that's not very good either. I mean, I know that they beat us yesterday pretty good, but the game that we went to on Friday, we shut them out and we hit their best pitcher
Wow.
pretty easy. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
I need
We'll
to,
see.
man.
I mean, they can hit the ball, but
Yeah.
they don't have the pitching, and I think that's what you really need in the playoffs in baseball. So
I need to branch out, dude. I am so invested in, and I've said this so many times. I'm so invested in football. Like it's so crazy. I was
you're
up
kind of
last night.
branching out. You're getting into NBA a little
I've
bit.
been in
with,
NBA
like,
now
the
for a
Nuggets
couple of
and
years.
stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Think the Nuggets are going to be good again this year. But I don't know. Everybody was kind of freaking out about the Michael Porter Jr. loss. I'm like, that's not really that big of a loss, honestly. But
No,
yeah, I don't know. I'm branching out for sure, but baseball is just one of those sports. Like I love.
it's so long.
It is long. I just like with football. It's a lot of action, a lot of hitting, and I just really enjoy that. And basketball is really fast paced too. I feel like baseball is just kind of like slower. It's a very
It is
social
pretty slow.
sport. Very social sport, though. I will say that. But yeah, NFL season, preseason game last night. Dolphins, they play today, correct?
Yeah, they were up at halftime.
What's that? They're up at halftime?
They were. I don't know if they are anymore.
Yeah. We watched the Broncos.
They are. They're still up 14-10
Nice.
against the Bears.
So it's kind of embarrassing as a Broncos fan. So everything's been hyped up. Oh, we're going to have the number one defense in the league. Offense is looking great. Our first team defense let the 49ers second team offense score on them first drive. And I'm like, all right, it's just preseason, no big deal. And then I watched our first team offense have what 2-3 or no, not 2-3 and outs, but not be able to march down the field against the second team 49ers defense. Now, granted, Salah's back with the 49ers, and that defense is going to be stout again, but I'm just like, boy, not what I wanted to see in the first preseason game. Now, did we win 30-9? Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. Those first two series, those are the biggest things.
Also, too, I mean, this isn't a sports podcast, like sports talk thing right now.
Yeah,
it feels pretty good. Yesterday too.
Yeah. Yep. But I don't know. It is what it is. I guess we're gonna find out here. I think next week is like most teams like dress rehearsals and actual we're gonna game plan a little bit and kind of get the starters out there for the first quarter and a half, 2 quarters. So it'll be fun to see for sure. We touched on coaching actually quite a bit. We're gonna actually save a little segment for that. So talked about coaching. Let's kind of transition back into that. What are you kind of most looking forward to when it comes to like coaching this year?
You've already mentioned it, the grind.
Yeah.
Just being in the swing of things, being around the kids.
Yep.
Every day. It's so much fun. The competitiveness, just the coaching in general is so much fun for me. I love doing it so much more than I ever played. But yeah, just being in the gym every day.
Yep.
Love it. Absolutely love it.
I find myself like I know football pretty well, but like I constantly want to know more. Like I'm reading books, I'm watching YouTube videos. Like I want to try to pack my brain with so much football knowledge, and 8-man's different too. So it's like a lot of the X's and O's are similar, but there are some subtle differences when it comes to like schemes and whatnot. Like yeah, I mean, obviously you're losing 3 players, so things kind of change a little bit, and the field's more narrow and everything. But yeah, I'm just really looking forward to, like you said, kind of getting there with the kids and watching them kind of grow as the season goes on, and just the huge jump that I know the freshmen that are now sophomores are going to make this year. We've got a lot of really young talent. And like I said before, my starting offense is probably going to consist of maybe 1 or 2 seniors, and the rest is juniors and majority sophomores and freshmen. So being able to watch these kids, play together and learn together these next 3 years is going to be awesome. And like I said, they've got they're very mature for their age. And if they can continue to have that same mindset as they go on to seniors, I think we'll have the potential to continue to be a really good team. So this year is going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to having a good year with these guys.
Yeah, do you think so? You think it's going to be like a good, like productive year, as in like produce some wins, or just like productive as in just being a team?
Hopefully a little bit of both for sure. I'm always very optimistic. I feel like, it's not about, I mean, talent helps, but if you're a good coach and you can put your kids in the best situations to succeed, then there's no reason you can't win, X amount of games. And, um, our standard for us, we have 9 games is like win 6 games. That's the standard. It's not 9 games,
Get to
it's
the
6 games.
playoffs.
If you win 6 games, you're guaranteed a playoff spot in 8-man. And then 6 wins also doesn't guarantee you, but pretty good chance you get home field advantage for one of those games. So it's like we need to strive for 6 wins every single year, which, it's not impossible. A few years ago we won 4. People get in with 4 wins, which is different for 8-man. But I'm like, I don't like to be, oh, here you guys go. You were one of the last seeds here and your strength of schedule, so we're going to hand you a playoff spot. I keep telling these kids, like, we need to earn a playoff spot. Like, we got to earn it, because that means we worked hard enough to get here, instead of just kind of being like, we'll give it to you. Now you're
Right,
going to go
getting a
play.
handout. Yeah.
Yep. Now we're going to go play the 1 or 2 seed. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm really looking forward to it, coaching in general. But I will say, being a coach and coaching gets me through that first 8 weeks, 9 weeks of the school year too. Because by the time we get done with football, it's second
Yeah, but
quarter.
that flies.
Yep, second quarter. Then it's Christmas, and then you've got Christmas break, and it's crazy. Like we'll be sitting here next year at this time, being like, wow, remember we had this conversation a year ago and how fast time went. But that's how it goes, man. The older you get, faster it goes. But do you have any new athletes? Any new athletes you're looking forward to coaching?
I mean, we got a really, really good freshman group coming in. Like really good.
Yeah.
Coaching JV is going to be so much fun.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's going to be very many freshmen, if any freshmen. There may be like 1 or 2 freshmen that play varsity a little bit, but for the majority of it, they'll all be playing down and just learning.
Yeah.
There's a lot of potential there, but they're really raw and just got a lot of talent that just needs to be exposed in the right way.
Yeah.
And taught the right way and coached the right way and just developed the right way. Everything just needs to be done the right way. And they just kind of just won games in the past just on talent. And that's just not really how it goes.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's going to be fun.
Do you
have a lot of fun this summer?
Do you set, like, obviously goals for your athletes? Like, I realize you coach JV, so I mean, do you set goals as in like, hey, we need to have this amount of wins, or we need to see progress you need to be from here to here by the time the season ends? Like, what do your goals kind of look like as far as basketball?
Yeah. So at the beginning of the year, I ask players what their individual goals are. And then we set those individual goals with them, or I set the individual goals with them. And then, we have team goals too. Like, our goal last year was 15 wins, and I think we ended at 500, which was really good. I think we ended like 13, and I think we ended like 13 and 12, or 13 and 11, or 12, and it was right around 12, 13 wins. So we were really close. And that was with a group, that was with not even having 2 of the freshman players. One of them didn't even play any JV at all.
Yeah.
And the other one started varsity by Christmas. So
yeah,
there was 2 of them out. And then by the end of the year, we had one of the freshmen that was one of my better players got hurt and was out for the rest of the year. So, so we had numbers, but we didn't really have numbers, if that makes sense. If we had like all the pieces, we probably would have won a lot more games, but that's not really what the point of JV is. It's just getting them better experience individually and ready to go. And, I mean, we had a girl that didn't get any type of minutes at all in 8th grade, like hardly any minutes. And she ended up being my starter and like one of my best players.
That's awesome.
By the end of the year. So, I mean, that's generally the goal in JV. And I've never been a JV coach, or like never not been a head coach. So
a little bit different.
Coaching that style and that way was eye-opening a little bit, and just kind of, I had a lot of fun last year.
Yeah.
And this year's going to be the same way. I don't think there's going to be very many games that we get beat in the JV level, to be honest, because we have a really good group.
That's awesome. And Now I realize, this kind of goes for every sport, but I think you can get away with it more in basketball and in baseball. If you have one star or two stars in basketball or in baseball, you can kind of control a game a little bit. Now you can correct me if I'm wrong, but especially at the high school level. But in football, it doesn't matter if you have, one really good player, two really good players. If your whole team does not play as a unit, it doesn't work. I seen that firsthand. Like I had a really good running back, but our offensive line kind of struggled a little bit through the year. And it's just like, man, it doesn't matter how good your running back is if there's no gaps or no holes and he's getting tackled for a loss. Like he can make some things happen, but he can't be the whole entire team. Whereas
Right.
like on a baseball and a basketball team, correct me if I'm wrong, you have those pieces. Yeah, they might be covered a little bit different, but I feel like they're still going to produce. Would you agree with that,
Yeah.
or do you kind of disagree with
Yeah, I
that?
would I would say that if you're playing a team, so if you're playing a really good team,
Yeah,
not really,
yeah,
they're just gonna shut down your best player, and you're gonna be up the creek
yeah,
without a paddle. And but if you're playing an average team and your player, you have a really good player, and they're clearly the best player on the floor,
yeah,
easily can dictate a game. And if they can't guard your one player, then it opens up a lot.
yeah,
And especially if your one player can do everything, if they can pass, if they can rebound, if they can do everything other than score,
yeah,
if they can do it all, then yeah, for sure. Especially girls basketball, I've really realized that in girls basketball, if you have if you have a stud, an absolute stud, and then just decent athletes around the stud, you can win a lot of ball games. Not necessarily win like championships or
yeah.
whatever, but you'll have a really good season.
Yep.
You may win a regional and you may go to sectionals, but you got but just like every sport, you got to have a well-oiled machine team
Yep.
to
Yep.
really be successful.
That's what I tell my guys all the time. I'm just like, man, if one person on the offensive line misses their blocking assignment, that's the difference between a first down and a sack, or a first down and a tackle for a loss, or a touchdown and
Or a
2 yards,
penalty.
3 yards. So it's just like, I mean, you have to be on your A game. You have to know what you're doing. And, I've really realized over the years, the easier I can make it on these kids, the better. I've went from having 115 plays down to like 30 plays. We have 30
Yep.
plays, so it's not that much at all. And I mean, we have wristbands. So it's like every single play you have is on your wristband. Everybody's got a wristband. It tells you the play. And we even put like little tags on there. So you should know if you're blocking left, blocking right, if you're a lineman, or if you're in motion, if you're a running back. So like, while it can sometimes be a crutch for them a little bit, I always tell them like, hey, don't take advantage of this. Still study the playbook, be accountable, and be disciplined. Because if you're not, it's going to show, in the games. So just little things you learn, obviously, as you coach through the years for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially if you don't have the smartest.
At the end of the day, you're dealing with high school kids. At the end of the day, as
Yeah.
much as we all want to say
Yeah.
like, oh, I've got these really good athletes, we were both in high school. We know how long my attention span was at that. I didn't have that great of
Yeah.
attention span.
I don't know. It's just hard for me not. I don't know. It was not hard for me to memorize plays,
No,
and
no,
it
me
wasn't
neither.
hard for me to know that. But
Yeah,
man, sometimes it's tough. Like it's really tough to draw something up, and then
yeah,
2 seconds later they're asking what they're supposed to be doing, and I'm like,
yep. No, I get that.
what
I
are we
get that all the
doing?
time. Like we have a route tree, and I'm like, you guys need to know the routes. Like it's literally the route tree. So if I say, 7, that's a corner, and it's like, wait, what's a 7 again? I'm like, I gave you guys the route tree. Like we should know what the route tree is. But it's just like me. If I spit out a play, I know exactly what I'm doing, and it's awesome though at the beginning of like the practices and stuff like that when we first start in the summer and we start kind of going over a few like the verbiage and whatnot, because you're like, wait, what, but it's literally like it has everybody's job. And then when they actually get in a huddle and like the linemen hear this, they're going to the line, like, I already know what I'm doing. And then the wide receivers hear this, like, oh, I know what I'm doing. When you actually have a play like that where the quarterback can read it off once and they all kind of go out, it's pretty nice. So
Yeah,
it's
it
a
is.
pretty nice thing for sure. But I think it's going to wrap up our kind of coaching talk. Just want to kind of touch on that a little bit. Obviously, with summer coming to an end, that's kind of a big part of our lives coming
Right.
up here at the next the next 3 to 4 months. So let's actually hop over now to our blind ranking game, and then don't go anywhere because we're going to have our bracket. we got our final four for the bracket finally as well for the 80s one-hit wonders. So let's have a quick word from Smackin' the Sunflower Seeds, and we'll be right back. Smackin' the Sunflower Seeds. Choose your flavor and enjoy some of the best seeds on the market. Smackin' goes above and beyond to make sure you have the perfect seed every single time. Enjoy their wide selection that they have to offer. Not sure what seeds to buy? Grab a variety pack and use code AVERAGE or scan our QR code for 10% off. All right, and we are back, and it's time to hop into this blind ranking game. So, blind rank these summer activities without knowing what comes next. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right, first one, going to the beach. You have 5 of them here. So where's it going? Going to the beach, where's that going for you? Do you like going to the beach?
I put 4.
4, okay. Going to the beach. So beach is 4. Okay, and then I'll do mine, then we'll do all yours.
Okay.
Attending a summer music festival.
Like music festival as in like
Let's say you go and watch me like you sing Nickelback last year. I would assume we can say a concert / festival. So going to see a concert or festival in the summer.
put that at 2.
Okay. Waiting in line for an amusement park ride. I told you I made it harder on you.
That line is terrible. The line is terrible. So
It is
5.
5. Okay. Backyard barbecue with friends. You've got 1 and 3 left.
What's number 1 going to be?
Exactly.
Backyard barbecue with friends.
Yeah, I
I
don't
don't know
know
if I want to put that number 1 or not.
Okay. Whatever you're thinking here.
Just depends on if number 1's going to be terrible or not. If the last one's going to be bad or not. We'll put that at 3.
Okay. All right, and your number 1 is yard work in the 95-degree heat.
Yes. I love doing that.
I love that. Oh my goodness. All right, so your number 1.
Honestly, I'd rather do yard work than sit in the amusement park line.
Yeah, but man, number 1, yard work is number 1. Going to a music festival or a concert is number 2. Barbecuing with friends, number 3. Going to the beach, number 4, and then standing in line for an amusement park, number 5. It's not
That's
terrible.
right.
I mean, it could be worse.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Could be working in 110-degree heat.
Yeah, it could be 110-degree weather. All right, my turn now. So you did the summer activities. You have what from you now?
It's the barbecue food.
Ooh, barbecue foods. Okay. I'm looking forward to this. All right.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
Your first one, smash burger.
Ooh, smash burger, barbecue food. Let's go 3. I feel like 3 is a good starting spot for a lot of things. So let's go 3.
Okay. You ready?
Yep.
Number 2, brisket.
I want to keep that number 1 spot open, but like this could be good brisket. I feel like wings could be on there too. You can't beat a good brisket. Let's just put brisket at number 1. I'm going to do it. I'm putting brisket at number 1.
Okay. Pulled pork.
Pulled pork, if done well, is really good, but for the sake of this ranking, we're going to put it at 4.
A brat.
I don't know what number 2 is going to be. I love brats. I'm going to go 5. 5 for the brats. So what's my number 2?
Chicken wings.
Let's go. I feel like
you did great. You definitely won that one.
I feel like that is good. So I got brisket at 1, wings at 2. What was my 3?
Pulled pork at 3.
Pulled pork at 3.
4 is smash burger. No, you had smash burger at 3.
Smash burger 3, pulled pork at 4. Yep. And then
brats at 5.
Brats at 5. Okay. I love that. I love that a lot. That was pretty solid.
Yeah, that was really good.
Not my first time. All right. No, that's a lot of fun. We need to do more of those blind rankings. Imagine if we did do like 10 or something like that. That'd be crazy. But all right. Really quick. We have our final 4 before we get out of here. Final 4 for the 80s one-hit wonders bracket. I've actually got it pulled up. I'm looking at it right now. I'm not going to show you yet. What do you think made it on to the final 4? Do you want to kind of remind you a little bit of what was in the Elite 8?
It's hard for me not to have Take On Me.
Okay, so we had number 1 and number 8 take on me against Mickey. Which do you think take on me won that one?
Yeah,
Okay, and then you
I
had
would I would pick Take on Me,
number 4
and then
Jenny against number 5 Tainted Love.
Tainted Love. Yeah, for
Okay.
sure.
Come on Eileen and Electric Avenue.
Electric Avenue.
Okay. And then I ran so far away against You Spin Me Round.
You Spin Me Round.
Okay. All right. Now
That would be my 4.
with that being said, let's go ahead and pull this up. We'll see if you
And
you
you are
got
wrong
right.
on all 4.
You got every single one wrong. So let's go ahead and pull this window up here really quick. Here is your final 4. So you were correct.
How did Tainted Love not?
You were correct on 2 of the 4.
Tainted
so
Love's probably the best song on that.
it was good. It was really good. You had Take on Me. Actually, I have the votes here, so let's go through these. Yeah. So Take on Me won 7-2. So 7-2. We had a lot of votes on these, by the way. So Take on Me won 7-2.
I saw a lot of votes.
Let's see. Oh, I'm sorry. I was on the wrong side. Take on Me won 6-4. So it was actually close. It was closer than what I originally said. 6-4. Jenny, 8675309. Jenny won 7-3. You had Come On Eileen winning 6-4. It was very close. 6-4. So just a couple votes there. And then You Spin Me won 7-3. So there was a lot of votes for both there on this, but in the end, here is your final 4. So you've got Take on Me.
Take on Me's got to win it all, right?
I think it's probably got to, right? You've got number 1, Take on Me against number 4, 8675309. Jenny, how do you not sing that?
All top 4 except for
number 11. Yeah, You Spin Me Round.
Yeah, except for the 3 spot. Which one was the 3 spot?
The 3? 3 was what was 3? Where's it at?
Iran.
Yep. Yeah, there it is. See, oh my, all this is starting to run together a little bit here. So, yeah. So 8675309, Jenny. It's so hard not to sing the song when you say the title. So that's 1 versus 4, and then over here on the right side, you've got Come On Eileen against number 11, You Spin Me Round.
I think that could be an upset.
You'd like to think so, but when it comes to one-hit wonders, like I don't think there's any more relevant one-hit wonders or like well-known one-hit wonders than Take on Me and Come On Eileen. Like the other two aren't as thought of as much as one-hit wonders as the top 2 are. So it might be 1 and 2 in the championship, but we're gonna wait and see here. Those of you guys listening, those of you guys watching, make sure to leave a comment, make sure to leave a like. Like I said, I think we had about 9-10 votes on the last podcast when it came to the Elite 8, or the Final 4. So let's get 20 comments here for the championship matchup. Like I said, we've got Take on Me against Jenny, and then you've got Come On Eileen against You Spin Me Round. So really good matchups. Let us know in the comments who's moving on. I think that's going to wrap it up for us on this podcast. Like I said, those of you guys that are listening, next week, little tease, we are going to be doing a football podcast talking about some fantasy football as well as some head-to-head blind this or that rankings, whatever you want to call them. We're going to have the statistics of 2 separate quarterbacks, 2 separate wide receivers, running backs, and we're going to choose, this one or that one and kind of see where our votes take us, if it's an underrated quarterback or maybe an overrated quarterback. So tune in for that next week. Thanks for you guys for tuning in this week. We'll catch you in the next one.